Welcome back, craft beer lovers. Been a while since I've done a video review, but got a few beers to get through, and so I'm gonna get on to this one. So this is from Panhead, and for those of you that don't know Panhead, the story is basically they're a New Zealand brewer. They only started in 2013 and been brewing for about 3 or 4 years. 2016 was actually at Gabs in Sydney, and went to their stand, and it was a funky little stand and dark and dingy, and they had some great beers, and I was just really taken by all their beers, really impressed in the branding. And you know, there's one of these companies that's sort of in a little you know, it was basically just in a little town in New Zealand, and they were doing some great beer, and I was really taken by it. But I think it was either on the day of Gabs or a day after Gabs or somewhere right around that time, they announced that they were being bought out by Lion. And so they've sort of been a bit off the radar for the last year or so. There was some stock around from the original stock that was coming out of New Zealand, then it sort of disappeared, but they're back on the scene now. They are brewing some of the beer here in Australia now, and they've got 3 beers in their core range. This one here is the American Pale Ale. I love my American Pale Ales, and you know, beers like you know, Feral Hop Hog, and you know, some of the really nice sweet American Pale Ales are really, and you know, Pirate Life, the Pale Ale, the blue one, makes some really great beers because they're well balanced and really tasty. So I do remember this being a really good beer. I haven't had it, this has just been sort of re-released, I guess, if you like, and brewed by, so it's under the now Matilda Bay, which is a subsection of Lion, and these are being brewed here in Australia. So back in stock. I'm going to have a try. Like I said, I haven't had it since, you know, probably early 2016 or May or whenever that was in Gabs, so it's been a while. So let's get into it. Still smells good, a little bit of sweet, a little bit of that sort of horse blankety sort of hops, the sort of wet grassy type hops. Let's have a taste. Yeah, it's still there. It's you know, the thing I like about American Pale Ale, I mean, I love Australian Pale Ales, and I love our sort of, like, all the, you know, the sort of passion fruits and all the sweetness and stuff like that. But the thing I really love about the American style Pale Ale, it's a little bit darker in colour, as you can see there. Good head, sort of more like that honey colour than a lighter colour. But the thing I like about it is the balance between the hops and the malt, and to me that just sort of a really well balanced beer. Again, you sort of compare it to this sort of beer, you'd be comparing to Pirate Life Pale Ale, Feral Hop Hog, that sort of thing. So it's Panhead. It's called the Supercharged APA, or American Pale Ale. That's what it looks like in a glass. Nice, tasty, well balanced pale ale. You know, it's not that sweet, sharp, fresh, fruity type flavour. It's a deeper flavour. It's got more texture. It's got more mouthfeel. Hangs on your tongue for a little bit longer. And for me, that's just a really nice, well balanced beer. So if you haven't tried Panhead before and you haven't seen them for a while, that's what they look like, and try and get your hands on some. The stock should be hitting shelves soon now, and so it shouldn't be too hard to find. Anyway, remember, life's too short to drink bad beers. Cheers.